So yeah, no step back, a new DLC for Hearts of Iron 4. What did I do when the new DLC came out? Well, I pre-ordered it, and then an hour after it first released, I got into an 8-hour multiplayer game as the Soviet Union, and then all the allies quit, so I had to give up, but it was still fun, but maybe not the best thing to do the second a new DLC comes out. You know, I probably should have looked at the focus tree and figured out how supply works. Whereas it's more realistic, it's a lot more unintuitive, which is kind of a good thing. These games are kind of built off complicated mechanics that take forever to understand, so then when you understand them, you can feel like you're better than everybody else. But the thing that I think we all can appreciate in this new DLC is the very holy Orthodox Russian church that we can empower. This is the one thing I've been waiting for ages to be able to do. We also have the Joseph Stalin paranoia mechanic, which is kind of cool. I think it is an adequate replacement for the Great Purge mechanic in the old Soviet focus tree, which I don't even know if I'd really call that a mechanic. That was more like a really long focus that took up a lot of time to justify not having more focuses. There was really no where to go but up from that old Soviet tree. Yeah, we will start the unification of the exiles and set up our headquarters over here. And see, Stalin, that little, sneaky, communist guy, he's gonna be doing his focus tree, whether we choose to or not. So, yeah, he's gonna be, doing the Stalin Constitution and ensuring the loyalty of random generals. We, however, have the ability to sell parts of our country away for support in the Civil War, which I don't really want to do it. But, you know, I will do anything to win. See, unlike Stalin, who believes in communism, maybe, I don't care about anything but winning. So yes, we shall sell Vladivostok to Japan, and we will give all of our oil away to Germany. This is how we win. And we will fake production reports. See, Japan loves us. Germany loves us. Stalin has no friends, no communists besides Mao. Honestly, though, if there was some way we could sell our land away to get more supply, that would be the best thing. Because even if we get all the support from all these other countries, the supply situation is gonna be a nightmare, and it's gonna make the Civil War really hard. So, I don't know. If I could sell my soul for, like, the supernatural ability for my soldiers to not have to eat, that would be cool. Also, I hate how it looks like with these admirals. You can click on them to get cool stats, but it doesn't actually do anything. It just looks like you can click on them. Oh, and yeah, we can appeal to the Fascist Youth Union. Apparently all those fascist youth that were driving around in their motorized divisions, we will get them on our side. Kids these days, you know, with their mechanized driving through the streets. And we do have a focus to get supply hubs and stuff, so I will do that because that is now what Hearts of Iron 4 is. Hearts of Iron 4 is no longer a war simulator. It's a infrastructure simulator where you design infrastructure. They should change the name to Infrastructure Tycoon. I think that would be a more accurate name for the game nowadays. Okay, here we are, the provisional Russian government. We are fighting against Joseph Stalin. We can now beg for help from Germany, Italy, and Japan. Interesting choices to beg for help from. I think I'll get these military factories first, though, because our industry is very, very weak compared to the Soviets. So yeah, we'll send some guys down to Vladivostok to take that so we can give it to Japan, and we'll have some other guys clean up the front line, and then we'll just push west to Moscow. And I don't know about this one for sure, but we can ask our good friend Hirohito if we can become a protectorate of Japan. I don't know. I did say I was willing to sell my soul to win, and I'm serious about that, so I guess they're kind of in this war against China, so they're kind of distracted right now. So yeah, they're probably not going to be that much of a help, but if they win the China war, then Yeah, I would be willing to do that. And I kind of forgot that Mongolia and Tanatuva existed, so yeah, that was kind of a blunder on my part, but we have the Germans and Italians here to help. You know, everyone was saying the Civil War was really hard, but it's actually really easy considering how everything in the Soviet Union falls apart and you get desertion events every 10 seconds and they give you 6 divisions and the Soviets lose 6 divisions. It's almost easy enough that you can pretend the supply system doesn't exist. Yes, and perfection. We can recruit the Patriarch of Moscow and all Russia. The best character in HOI4. Ooh, and I just realized we're just walking into Moscow over here where there's actually supply in Ukraine. Okay, so we won, but we lost a lot. We lost Ukraine. Of course, we lost the stuff we promised to Japan when we sold our soul to them. At least we didn't become a puppet of them. I don't know. At this point, we might as well should be a puppet of them. Also, the communists are rising to power in Mexico, so it would be really funny if they won the Civil War and then Trotsky came to power in Mexico and Mexico became the new Soviet Union. That would be great. That would be a fun HOI4 mod. A mod where new countries keep taking upon themselves the name and ambitions of the Soviet Union, and then they eventually get overthrown and some other country has to take upon itself the name of the Soviet Union. Okay, and now you may be asking, what have I been doing for these couple years? And I've been doing a lot. I have formed the Russian Empire under our, old friend. I used to just scroll over the leader to see their name, but apparently that's not a feature in the game anymore. Constantine, yeah. I have also built the Imperial Russian Navy. We have 25 dockyards. The new focus tree comes with a nice little way to get some dockyards in a similar way to how the French get civilian factories. I also have made some naval bombers, bombed the Japanese Navy, encircled these Japanese divisions, and landed on the Japanese home isles. I also joined the Axis to prevent Germany from declaring on me, but I have no intention of helping Germany in their wars or staying in the Axis for much longer. Yeah, we're just finishing up. Japan had a medium tank. I don't know why. It's kind of weird for Japan to build medium tanks. Like, if they build Amtraks, that makes sense, but like normal medium tanks is a little weird, but I guess in situations like this, they kind of come in handy. It's the rare situation, the one situation that it is actually useful. And Japan is done. It's nice capitulating them after they've taken out China, because then we can take China too. And so now we have declared ourselves the third Rome, the third Roman Empire, the true successors. You know, we took all of Japan's stuff that they stole and puppeted them in China. But yeah, now it's about time that we leave the Axis. We've kept up this charade for long enough, and Germany still has a war goal against us. You know, this is actually kind of fun now. Trying to capture the supply centers and stuff to weaken them, it makes it a little more interesting. Because now see, look at all these railways here. They're like floating on top of each other. This is perfect. This is the area that we need to take next, yeah. And I spent several years building up the infrastructure, and then I went through with the name of the DLC, No Step Back, and I took not one step back, and now the Allies are invading Italy for me, so that's nice, yeah. They are pretty powerful, and if they battle plan, they may be able to push me, but I won the air war, so that's good. Just reminder, if you make air as the Soviets, you have to do this tree, otherwise all your planes are terrible because of this terrible national spirit you start with. Also, there's no supply in Finland, so yeah, you also have to deal with that. Okay, so we finally have made some breakthroughs right here, and in Turkey, it's the Turkish Empire is getting carved up, so that's The Allies also capitulated Italy and are landing in France. For how ahistorical this is also kind of an oddly historical game. Oh, and very cool, I captured the German railway guns. I forgot to build these for myself, so I guess they're mine now. And yeah, it's cool now we have a decision for like the rush for Berlin. I didn't notice it until after we had taken Berlin though, but it's kind of cool that you have it if you're like in a multiplayer game. game and want to be the one to take Berlin first. The supply, though, it's really, really good in Europe. The supply is so bad here in Russia that once I got to Europe, the AI had built max supply, max railroads everywhere, so yeah, supply isn't a problem anymore, but it was a problem for a long, long time. And I should have made my capital Moscow and not St. Petersburg to help with that, but it's okay. And here we are, it's over. It took a while. We have a great Third Roman Empire. You can kind of see the Allies maybe own a little more than we do. We at least have some of the rubber. We have all of Japan. We've taken their navy now. We have cool puppets like the Kingdom of Prussia and Poland with their new leader. And we own Rome and Istanbul, of course. I feel like we should have a decision or an event to name it Tsargrad at this point. I guess it's time to kick off the Cold War too. I don't know if this is new, but I don't think I've ever seen this race for the bomb decision. We'll do it though. We're much more powerful than the US though. We have twice the amount of military factories. Anyways, that's all for today. I will be playing more HOI4, of course, so there'll be more stuff in this new update. Of course, we'll probably go back to the normal mods. I don't know if this video gets 5,000 likes. I'll keep playing vanilla, which hopefully that doesn't happen. Anyways, see you.